What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Black Geek Cool podcast, where we talk about comic book and anime news from the past week on the big and the small screen. I'm your host, Gershon. This is episode 17. I literally forgot what episode it was. Sorry. This is episode 17, and with the intro out the way, let's dive in. Before we dive in, I'm thinking about not putting the whole podcast on YouTube anymore and just put it on Anchor apps and other places you can find podcasts, other app podcast things. Hit me up, let me know. Hit me up either on, I'm gonna put this one on YouTube, but this might be the last one on YouTube unless you guys let me know you like it being on YouTube. Hit me up in the comments or hit me up at blackgeekcoolpodcast@gmail.com. Let me know there if you guys are okay with me not putting it on YouTube anymore and just on podcast apps like Anchor, where you can find me at Anchor at Black Geek Cool Podcast, or if you wanted to stay on YouTube. But with that out the way, let's get into the news. As always, we start with small screen news first, and I'm going to try to leave all the Disney Plus stuff for last because Disney just killed this week with a lot of stuff from Star Wars to the announce of Disney Plus and all that. So let's first get into non-Disney Plus stuff. So first things up, The Walking Dead is making another series. This is going to be the third one that they have spent off from the original Walking Dead series, which I did love until about season 6 or 7. Shout out to my fellow listeners that are still watching the show, staying strong in it. Kudos to you. I just had to let it go. I'm sorry. It got weird, but they're making another spinoff, and I guess this spinoff is supposed to focus on the protagonists are two females, and the whole angle they're going with this one is a whole generation growing up within the apocalypse. So these are people that were born after the apocalypse started. Or is it before? No, it's after. It's after the apocalypse started, and you get to see how they become who they are, good or bad. Which is not a bad idea, but I think they're stretching their IP thin. Like, you've already done Fear the Walking Dead, which for some reason has like 5 seasons. I still don't understand that. Hit me up. Let me know if that show's good. I watched the first season, which was okay. It was on like 8 episodes. I tried to watch the second season. I let it go. I was like, yep, it's getting weird. Gotta let it go. But this third one, let me know if you're interested in it. Are you a faithful Walking Dead fan and you're going to watch it no matter what? Or are you just like, hey, Walking Dead, you're doing a little too much. I need y'all to back up. There's no, I guess it's still in development right now, so there's no timetable when that series will be coming out, so stay tuned and look for that, I guess, guys. And other news, Iain Glen, I believe I'm pronouncing his name right, the guy from Game of Thrones. Don't hate me, I don't watch Game of Thrones. I know, I should be watching it. People keep telling me I should be watching it, but I'm like 8 seasons behind. So if I do start watching it, I'll let you guys know, and we'll be talking about season 1. But Iain Glen has been cast as Batman for the Titan show for season 2. So they're going all out for season 2, apparently. They're not playing any games with season 2. I guess they felt like season 1, they held some stuff back, and they were like, nope, we're not doing this for season 2. We're throwing it all in there. We're going for the gusto on this season. So season 2 is really ramping up to look good. I know I haven't finished Titans, but I got some spoilers that Batman does show up in like that last episode, but you never see his face. You kind of see him from behind, and he beats up people maybe. So I do have to catch up with that because apparently season 2 is going to be a beast. So hit me up. Let me know if you've watched season 1 of Titans. Are you excited for the season 2 with all these cast members they're adding to the show? They're adding a lot of people to the show. I don't even know. Are they going to make it more episodes in the first season? Because they got a lot of story to tell with all these people. That's going to be very interesting to see. And that's pretty much all the small screen news that is not Disney. Like I said, Disney just killed this week. One small thing, One Punch Man is the first episode is out. So if you're a fan of One Punch Man, season 2, the first episode is out. It's on Hulu. You can check that out on Hulu. I still have to watch it. It's I believe it's only sub right now. I can't find it dubbed anywhere. So if anybody can find it dubbed, let me know. And I don't know if Hulu's gonna do. Usually Hulu does sub 1 week, and then the next week they do that episode in dub when the second episode of the sub comes out. I don't know if they're doing that with One Punch Man. We'll have to see. If they do, then I will have something about One Punch Man soon. But I really would like to watch it dub. I don't like to watch it sub. Sorry, I don't like to read when I'm watching a movie or a show. I'm trying to focus on the show. I can't be reading too. There's too much. Anyway, but let's get into this Disney Plus news for the small screen. So they announced Disney Plus, the launch day. It's supposed to be coming November 12th of 2019. They said there's going to be a lot of shows launch with it. There's going to be all the Star Wars movies. I think, all of them except the one that's supposed to be coming out this year are going to be on Disney Plus at launch, they said. And let's break down some of these shows that are going to be at launch. I was going to say the Mandarin. The Mandalorian is going to be at launch. That's coming out on the 12th at launch. We also got a title for the Mandalorian. The title looks pretty cool. It's a pretty cool looking title. We got some more still shots of everything of the show. It looks good. They clearly put some money into it, so it looks good. We also know Carl Weathers is in the show. He looks good. Like, there you go. Get it in there. He's getting in there. I ain't even mad at him. Do your thing. So he's in the show. He's looking good. It looks tight. I'm excited. It's a live action Star Wars story that we haven't got before, that doesn't really involve Skywalkers, and from what I'm seeing, not much Jedi, which is very interesting. Like, I am very interested in this story. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tune in first day for that one. Other Disney Plus news, we got WandaVision. So that's gonna be the title of Scarlet Witch and Vision's show. That's good. Also confirmed that Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, they're both going to be on the show. They're confirmed for the show. They're going to be in the series. That's going to Disney Plus. I don't know if that's going to be there on the launch date or down the road some. So that could be there. Also with the Disney Plus, it's supposed to be like $6.99 a month or $69.99 for the year. So when that thing launches, you should get it right away. Go ahead, throw that $70 because I'm 100% sure that price is not gonna last more than a year. So at least get that first year in, so you're locked in. They're definitely gonna raise that $6.99. That's super low. Oh, they're just trying to get some of that Netflix money right quick, and then be like, "Hey, we're Disney, so we could pump this up." But yeah, WandaVision, I believe that's the title. Weird title, but hey, it worked. It's a play on word, so it works. Also, they announced Falcon and Winter Soldier. They're having a show. They showed their logo. It looks kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. It looks kind of cool. And of course, those two actors are gonna be reprising their role as Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is cool. I can't remember their names right now, so that's why I'm not saying it. But yeah, they're gonna reprise their roles. So that's two clear Marvel shows that are coming. Also, they said that Loki is coming, and Tom Hiddleston is confirmed to be on the show. They don't say like if he's gonna be the whole time or he's gonna narrate, but they confirmed he's gonna be in the show. So that's 3 Marvel shows on top of 1 Star Wars show. I think there's another Star Wars show. Well, no, I don't have that in my thing. They also confirmed the What If animated show they're doing for the Disney Plus. The first one is going to be Peggy Carter is going to get the super serum instead of Steve Rogers, but Steve Rogers is still going to help her as scrawny Steve Rogers. So that's a very interesting first What If animated. This is supposed to be animated series they got going on. Another show that I saw because they had this big conference, Lady and the Tramp. I believe it's a live action show, if I'm not wrong. I believe it's a live action show. The voices, I think Tessa Thompson is a voice. What's her name? I'm blanking on her name. I'm sorry, I blanked on the other people's name. I'm probably not gonna remember, and I don't have my phone to look it up. So, but yeah, they're doing a live action. I believe it's a live action. Lady and Trap. I believe it's a live action, and also, they're doing a Hawkeye series where Jeremy Renner is gonna be Hawkeye. That's also coming to Disney Plus. That's 4 Marvel shows, well 5 actually, Marvel shows. I don't know if these all are going to be at launch. You got 1 Star Wars show, and I know there was a rumor of another Star Wars show another Star Wars. I can't talk. Another Star Wars show coming to Disney Plus. I think they're still in development with that one. So that might definitely not be at launch. They also have Monsters Inc. series coming to Disney Plus with the original voice cast. So that's like, oh my god. And this is just all the things that I've looked up. I didn't see the actual Disney Plus conference because they had a whole conference about Disney Plus and what was coming and movies. Oh, that's another thing. The whole Disney library is supposed to be on Disney Plus. So they're taking all the movies out the vault, like Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Seven Doors, which is the exact same movie, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, Little Mermaid. Oh my goodness. It's just, Disney's about to make a whole bunch of money. Let's just be honest. Who is not gonna be buying this? But then you also have to wonder, are they gonna be like Netflix where you can sign on with multiple devices? Or are they gonna make it to where you only sign on 1 device? I can see Disney doing that. Be like, hey, we want to make sure we get money for every device, which would suck because you can't be sharing stuff with people. Because I'm just saying, if somebody want to send me their Disney Plus login when it comes out, go ahead, email that to me. That would be appreciated. But only time will tell how Disney does that. That's all of the small screen news with Disney dominating. So yeah, as always, guys, let me know if I missed something. There was something you wanted me to talk about that I didn't talk about. Always hit me up at blackgeekcoolpodcast@gmail.com, or hit me up in the comments on the YouTube channel, or leave me a voicemail on the Anchor app where you can leave me a voicemail and I can get back to you on that. Alright guys, let's get into big screen movie news. I probably should have just said big screen news or whatever. So big screen news, as I said before, Disney kind of dominated. They put out the Star Wars trailer. You go ahead and check out my live reaction to it if you're on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, go find it on YouTube. On with that coming out, it kind of dominated the news cycle. So everything is pretty much about Star Wars. So I got the few news articles that are not about Star Wars. So it's not going to be a lot of stuff, but we're gonna have fun with the stuff we do have. So first thing up, it's not even rumor. David Harbour, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, the guy that's starring in Hellboy, which we won't talk about how that's bad. He said that he's getting ready for post-production for Black Widow in June. So that lets us know that maybe they're going to start shooting Black Widow around June or July, most likely. You always got to account for like maybe setbacks here and there. So the Black Widow movie will start shooting this summer, which is very good because people have been waiting for a Black Widow movie forever. So we'll see what they do with it. I haven't been waiting for a Black Widow movie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's interesting, but I think it's way past the time when it should have came out. So it feels like it would be stale now, if that makes sense to you guys. Like it should have came out like maybe 4 years ago. Yeah, but now that Captain Marvel is made $1 billion, it does give this movie a little bit of a umph. Even though Black Widow has no powers and she can't really fly or anything like that, it's going to be more like a Winter Soldier movie, which, don't get me wrong, is really good, but you still have Captain America in there who's super strong and strong. He got some kind of powers. So I'm interested to see what they do with Black Widow, but then I'm worried as well. Like, how do you make that hero interesting on her own? In live action, anyway. How do you do that? But hit me up. Let me know if you're a fan of Black Widow like that, and you're finally glad she's getting her own movie. Let me know if you're really excited for it. Because you should be. If you're really excited for it, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not very excited for it. But anyway, in other news, I watched the Addams Family trailer. I was going to do a live reaction, but I was tired, so I didn't do it. But let's talk a little bit about it. It looks weird and not fun. It doesn't look fun. It doesn't feel... It doesn't feel like they really know how the Addams Family is. Like, from at least from my memory of the Addams Family, they're kooky, but they have a reason behind their kookiness. This one feels like they're just being weird for no reason. I mean, it's a trailer, so you still need more context in it, but it just felt weird. It definitely didn't feel familiar. It didn't feel like we're being reintroduced to the family. I'm still not a big fan of the designs. Designs look weird. And maybe that's really throwing me off as a design, that I'm not a fan of designs. But yeah, let me know if you're excited for this animated movie. It's a no for me, though. Maybe another trailer would change my mind, but right now I'm not too keen on it. It just looks weird to me. But maybe I'm getting old. Maybe this is not for my generation. Maybe that could be also what it is. It's a possibility. This could be for another generation. This is clearly not my Addams Family, even though back then that wasn't even my Addams Family either. But this could be for another generation. But hit me up. Let me know if you're excited for this Addams Family. Is this something you're going to see day one, or if you're like, yeah, wait till that comes to Disney Plus or whatever streaming service you're going to have at this point. In other news, Faust, you're going to like this. Godzilla vs. King Kong has wrapped shooting in Australia. So I'm guessing they're going to start doing, editing, visual effects, add all that good stuff in now. Get the movie ready, get it honed into what they want. Keep the stuff they need, let the stuff go. I know I've seen a couple clips of Godzilla fighting some of the other monsters. Mothra, I believe. Don't get me wrong, I don't know any of the Godzilla monsters except like 2. I know there's like a 3-headed Godzilla. Well, it's not a Godzilla, it was more like a dragon that can fly. Like, he's super powerful, I guess. There's Mothra, which is a giant moth. I think there's a metal Godzilla. That could have just been a toy they made. And then, of course, you got King Kong. But I think the movie that's coming out is Godzilla King of Monsters. The movie that just wrapped is Godzilla vs. King Kong. So apparently Godzilla's going to win King of Monsters and then go on to fight King Kong. That's interesting. I think I'm more excited for the Godzilla King Kong movie than I am the Godzilla King of Monsters movie. Faust, let me know if I'm wrong about that, if that's how that's supposed to be going. But I think that's how that's going, yeah. Let me know if you Godzilla fans. I know there are Godzilla fans out there, and I like the Godzilla cartoon. That was really cool. The 90s one where it's all extreme Godzilla. That was cool. It was weird, but it was fun. Okay, now I'm just rambling about Godzilla facts that I know, which is not very many. In other big screen news, the directors of Endgame, so the Russo brothers, say they shot like 5 different endings for Endgame, which is also is in the news a lot, and I'm trying not to watch stuff because I'm trying to be surprised when I go see this 3-hour movie, and I don't want too much spoiled. So I haven't been looking at much of anything of Endgame. Let me know if you're doing the same thing. You're trying to keep your eyes closed to Endgame stuff so you can be surprised when you go to the theater. But knowing that they shot 5 different endings for this movie is astonishing. Knowing that they probably spent almost $1 billion on this movie. So they're really pulling out all the stops. Like, how many different endings do you need? Like, what are we doing here? This movie's gonna be amazing. I hope this movie is. I'm trying to keep my enthusiasm kind of low so I don't disappoint myself with my expectations of what this movie should be, and just let them show me what they want me to see. But it's kind of hard when this movie is this hype. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I had to drink some water. I'm getting so thirsty over thinking about this movie. Oh my god. Yeah, but 5 different endings. That's most likely going to be on the DVD or the Blu-ray or whatever we're going to be doing by the time this movie hits that. Wow. Oh, I forgot to ask you guys, do you have your tickets? I just found out one of my friends that is semi-big Marvel. He's not a big. He's a new Marvel fan. My man's already got tickets. I didn't think he would get tickets this soon. I thought he would wait a while. He got tickets for like, he don't got them from Thursday, but he got them from like Monday. So that's pretty soon. Do you guys have your tickets? Do you have trouble getting your tickets? I seen somewhere that the pre-sale tickets for Endgame were like 5 times more than Infinity War. So this movie could break 300 million opening day, which would be a new record. And depending on how good this movie is a possibility this could be the first $3 billion movie. I don't know if there's ever. Yeah, I think no one's ever made $3 billion while in box office. Endgame could do that. The possibilities of that is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Marvel is just full of win right now. It's amazing. It's crazy. But that's another thing I saw. Shazam is doing okay at the box office. I think they are close to breaking the century mark, which is kind of bad because they should have hit that already to try to recoup most of their money before Endgame comes. But they are keeping number one. That's good. They had to fight off Hellboy, the Missing Link, which was not really a fight, and Little, which I do need to see because I gotta support my black people. But I need to go see Little. But Shazam got the number one spot, and they're closing in on 100,000. Is it 100,000? I think it's 100 million. Yeah, 100 million. Is it 100 million? It's one of those. They're closing in on it. And people are looking at it being a little more successful than Ant-Man. But then again, I think Ant-Man made 600 million. And I don't know if Shazam is anywhere near that. So it might not be as successful as Ant-Man. Oh, but I saw that they are already had Shazam 2 in the works. Like they've already got the script ready for Shazam 2. Which is kind of understandable because I know they want to introduce Black Adam. And most likely that should have happened in Shazam 2. But if Shazam 1 doesn't do as good as they hope, that's not a good sign. And I'm not going to lie, Shazam is a good movie. It's fun. It should be making more money, but I think that whole 2 weeks early viewing and where it's sitting so close to Endgame, I think that's really hurting it. It's really hurting it. Unfortunately, not the best release strategy for DC on this one. In other news, we were talking about Hellboy. Hellboy is at 11% on Rotten Tomatoes. I've yet to see it, but I'm just hearing terrible, terrible things that make me not want to see it. But I'll probably try to go see it sometime this week. Hopefully put up a review soon. And I'm probably going to do just a go straight spoiler review when I do put up a review if it's that bad. Wow. I mean, I know they said they were trying to make it more horror, closer to the comics. But there was reports that there was like fighting on set and miscommunication and people walking off the set. And it just seemed like a nightmare set for people to work on. And usually that doesn't breed good movies. When you guys aren't working together and doing your things together, it doesn't breed good movies. So that's sad to see. And I think they said they're already working on a sequel for that as well. Which right now, that is not a good sign for it. Oh, wow. Like, I didn't want the movie to fail. Wanted to do it best as it could. But this just feels so bad. Hit me up. Let me know if you've seen Hellboy. Let me know if it's as bad as people are saying. Or if it's just they stuck too close to the source material. And people don't know that source material. They're still stuck on the old Hellboy movies we had. Yeah, let me know. At Black E Cool Podcast at Gmail or on Twitter. Hit me up at Black E Cool on Twitter. You know where it is. Other news, they are making. I'm very excited about this. So all that sad stuff and terrible prediction with movies and movies not making the money they should be making. They're making a Mighty Mouse movie. I believe it's gonna be live action CGI. It's still in development right now, so there's no telling how long before we actually get it. But I am super excited for a Mighty Mouse movie. I used to have the VHS as a Mighty Mouse TV show. Used to watch it all the time. He was one of my favorite weird superheroes. I'm not gonna lie to you. So the fact that they're making a Mighty Mouse movie, oh, that's really cool. It probably won't make much money because he's a very old character that hasn't really stayed around in pop culture, but it's really cool that they're doing it. I think that's really cool. Yeah, super, super cool to see that. But yeah, let me know if you're excited for Mighty Mouse. Let me know if you know who Mighty Mouse is. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people know who Mighty Mouse is. Let me know if you know who it is. I'm really excited for that. In the last big news, big movie news, or big screen news, sorry guys. The Star Wars trailer came out. I did a live reaction to it. You can check that on Black Geek Cool YouTube channel. Our link up there if you are watching this on the YouTube channel. There's been a lot of like theories around the rise of the Skywalker, which is, in my opinion, a terrible name. Terrible. But if they mean that this is going to be the last time we deal with Skywalkers necessarily and move on to other people in the universe, that's great. Because this is a giant universe, and Skywalkers can't be the only powerful beings in this universe. It's a universe. There's got to be some more powerful people. Why aren't we talking about those people? Why are we watching those people's adventures? I get it. This whole thing started out with Skywalker, or with the Skywalker clan, but it should have evolved by now, being it's a universal movie. Like, let's go talk to other people in this universe, follow other people's stories. I follow other Jedis. Like, there's no way the Skywalkers get to be the only strong Jedi. Why haven't you done a Yoda story? I would love to see a Yoda story, see Yoda become Yoda. That would be awesome. Oh, that would be so cool. But I digress. There's a lot of talk that the title means that Luke is gonna come back. And then you hear Palpatine's laugh. I think I pronounced his name right. Laugh at the end of the trailer. People are skeptifying or believing that he's coming back. And in my opinion, this is just me, so don't strike me down for my opinion. But this is the internet. That's what people do. But if you bring anybody back that's died, you're really just tearing up your rules. Like, you've set rules in this universe that once you die, only way you can come back if you're a Jedi is a Force ghost. Like, yes, they've been the rules where they let Yoda be able to interact with the physical plane, which is weird. I didn't like that. But that's as far you need to go. Don't actually bring Luke back. Luke died. He died. You showed me he died. The whole movie was supposed to show the end of Luke. Don't change that. I get it. You didn't like what that director did. But don't change your rules of your universe that you've established. I hate when properties do that. That's when you jump the shark. You really lose me. But I do like that Lando's back. I do like, hopefully Poe gets more. Poe and Finn. Well, Poe got a lot more stuff in, like, Finn started out like a really good character in Force Awakens. He seemed like a really good character. In The Last Jedi, he got sidelined to do this weird mission that was not even necessary. There was no real reason for him to do that mission. It just felt like it was giving him something to do. And he's been sidelined as a character, and I'm not a fan of that. Like, if he was supposed to be a part of the next three, supposed to be Rey, Finn, and Poe, they're supposed to be the next three. Keep him front and center. Like, Poe got a bad break on the first one. They made up for it on the second one, gave him a lot more screen time. But then that means you took away screen time from one other person. And why aren't these people together if they're supposed to be the big three? Come on. But those are my few thoughts on the Star Wars. I'm not the biggest fan of Star Wars. I do like them, but I do not know their whole history. I do not know the ins and outs. The comic books, I know there's so much lore with Star Wars, and people are going to be upset because they're super big Star Wars fans. So don't get too mad. Just my thoughts on the little bit of Star Wars knowledge I have. But as always, guys, if I missed something on big screen news that you wanted me to talk about, as always, you can email me at blackiecool podcast@gmail. I forgot it for a second. Or you can hit me up on Twitter at blackiecool. I'm still learning. We're still getting better at these podcasts. Some are better than others. Some are worse. It's just the way it goes. But as always, guys, appreciate you. Let me know if I missed something that you wanted me to talk about or my thoughts on. Oh, I missed something last week when I was talking about Akira. I forgot to talk about that Taika Waititi is supposed to be directing Akira, which is really cool. I'm gonna be really interested to see what he does with Akira, because I didn't like. I know there's gonna be a lot of anime fans that are gonna hate me for this, but I didn't like Akira that much. I really didn't. It looks beautiful all day, but I wasn't a fan of the story. And I know the book, the manga is huge, and they condense a lot of that into the story, so you lose a lot of stuff. But I wasn't a fan of the movie. Just put it out there. But I am really interested to see what Taika Waititi does with said movie live action. I would have liked Jordan Peele to direct it, but Taika Waititi is another great get for that movie. Yeah. So that's a little bit of news I forgot last week. So you see, I'm listening, guys. Let's move on to my thanks for support. I got to come up with a name for this. I'm working on it. I want to give a shout out to my cousin. Well, technically he's my nephew. Cousin-nephew. Yeah, my cousin-nephew, Cabron, for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it, man. He's listening to it while he's doing his homework, so he's still getting his education on. Do your thing, bro. I know you're trying to get them grades up. Do your thing. But I want to appreciate you for listening, checking out the podcast. I know somebody left a comment. Somebody left this weird comment on my Pokemon live reaction view. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Because I just remember what the comment was, and I don't want to repeat it. But as always, guys, appreciate you listening. This has been the podcast. I forgot my outro. This has been the podcast. Just a reminder, you can find the podcast on YouTube. You can find the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, or other places you find. Other places they have podcast apps. I am murdering this outro. Other places you can find podcasts. Also, you can go to Anchor website, not the app version, if you want to support me financially. They have subscription tiers from like 99 cents to $5. If you want to do that, that's much appreciated. If you can't do that, I understand. You can just share the podcast and get the word out about the podcast and support me that way. That's also appreciated. As always, guys, appreciate you listening. Appreciate you taking the time to listen to my terrible podcast that I mess up a lot of times, but we still stick with it. As always, guys, appreciate you listening. I said that like 3 times. I'm glad you guys are listening. And until next time, guys, I'll talk to you in the next podcast.